setting spray wasn't really a thing.
Hello humans of YouTube, welcome to my very first YouTube video. Yay! Hooray! A couple days ago I posted on my Instagram, which I will link down below for you to follow if you don't already follow me. I posted on my artist page Instagram about me making a tutorial on how to put stage makeup on. Generally, when you put on your stage makeup, you have to glob a bunch of makeup on your face because those stage lights will really wash out your face. It's kind of incredible to see somebody who's doing a dress rehearsal or maybe not even a dress rehearsal, just a rehearsal on the big stage and their face is just like gone. If you're in the audience, you're like, where'd your face go? I don't see anything. So, and when you're up close, it's like, wow, that's a lot of crazy makeup, but it is completely necessary. And not all stage makeup is like your general face makeup either. Like sometimes you have to be a character, you have to look old. You know, for theater people, you go through the same thing as dancers, especially like, you know, the ballet dancers, when they put on ballets, they do the characters. You know, in more modern or contemporary dance, we don't see that as much. Jazz dance, we have those rouge, red lips, you know, and the ballerinas sometimes have that, if not all the time have that. So today, that is what I'm going to do. I am going to put on a full face of stage makeup as I was taught. Here we go. I've been dancing for almost 20 years. I started when I was 3, which is insane to think that it's been 20 years. I went to 3 different dance studios when I was younger, and then I went off to college, graduated from Wayne State University, and now I am a freelance dancer, dance teacher, choreographer, whatever you want to call me. I love my job. I love, you know, creating work. And, you know, teaching is so rewarding. The little kids are just, and all the kids I teach are just incredible. Now, everybody knows this. This is a beauty blender, yay. I didn't have this when I was younger. Didn't even really know what a beauty blender was before I started watching makeup community videos. So, this is new. I did not put my foundation on my face with a beauty blender. But before we get to this, I am going to put my hair up in a bun. Gel, crazy gel to gel back all the hair. Sometimes, especially in ballet companies or studios, they'll have you gel your hair back like this. I always had bangs, and I always gel my hair back like this anyway, just to get it off of my face for rehearsals and whatnot. A lot of times these days I'll have my hair down because I just like performing more contemporary and or modern pieces. That's my thing these days. I was in a youth ballet company when I was younger, but now I'm just kind of, I found myself liking contemporary modern dance better. I loved modern dance in college. It was like my favorite class. I enjoyed it. And now I consider myself more of a modern dancer. I learned from some amazing, amazing people in college, both ballet and modern. Ballet is super important because of its technique and the foundation and all of that. Your base comes from ballet. However, modern is right here for me. When I was younger and in recitals and stuff, we had to gel our hair back like this. Now, I used to use one of those harigami things, like the 2 slat bracelets. This is gonna be a very messy bun because I can't find one. I haven't used it in so long. So this is how I put my hair up in college. I would just like gel it back and then do a little loop-de-loop. Use some hairspray just to keep all these, see these little wisps? That was a huge no-no, especially for recital and for any sort of stage work, especially in my younger years, like no wisps. That was a negative. And for all you dancers watching this, especially if you're my students, you better not have any wisps for recital. Because now you know how to put your hair up. Okay, so let's start with the makeup. Now we're gonna blend general foundation. When I was at my first dance studio, we had to get specific makeup. It was the same makeup for every person. Didn't matter if you were, you know, black or white or Asian or, you know, Latina or anything. It was this orange-based foundation literally looked like a Cheeto. Like my face was like a Cheeto puff. And I remember my mom not wanting me to put on the foundation for dance photos. Because every year we would have a photographer come in and we'd do like recital photos in our costumes for that year. And which a lot of studios do that. And I think almost every studio does that. And they provide photography. And my mom never ever wanted, oh, there's still a wisp here. Tuck that in. My mom never ever wanted me to wear that orange makeup because it looked really weird. And you know, the more you blend, the orange you would get. It was just like, in the costumes were never like super covering. So you would have this orange face and like this white body. Especially when I was younger and I didn't like tan or use tanning lotion or anything like that. Like, it was pretty orange. I was pretty orange. So we're gonna blend with my normal everyday foundation because I don't want to look like a creamsicle. Alright, I'm not going to do a lot of neck blending because that just wasn't a thing. Didn't do a lot of that. Especially when I had my mom put on my makeup when I was younger. I think I started putting on my own makeup when I was around 9 or 10 years old. I think I finally told her, listen, I need to learn how to do this myself because I'm going to have a lot of shows. I always knew I wanted to be a dancer, choreographer. I have aspirations of owning a company one day. And I love to choreograph. That's like where my passion in dance lies. Like, I love all aspects of dance are incredible, but choreography is like, that's where it's at for me. Next thing is the eyeshadow. Now, I've probably had this eyeshadow for way too long, but it is a Maybelline. And this is what we were required to use when I was in the ballet company. I do not have any of my original Mary Kay makeup because A, it was really old, and B, I never used it up. It was all like, it wasn't good makeup. It wasn't my favorite makeup. It was kind of like meh. So once I got into the ballet company, we started using like more store brands that you could find at CVS. That was better for me. I'm gonna go in with this little lightest color number. And we were taught to blend all the way up to the eyebrow. So you start here and you blend that all the way down to the lid. So once you have all of that blended out like that, you take your second lightest color. And they used to say things at the top. It's like base and like crease or something like that. But do this. And go right here. Kind of blend it on top of the eyelid. Maybe a little bit on your like inner corner there. Yep. And then we take this like darker sparkly number. It was kind of dependent upon the teacher or the studio owner whether or not they wanted matte or sparkle or whatever. The second studio I went to always wanted the more sparkly one. Now you're gonna take this and you're gonna blend it part of your eye that you haven't touched with the second lightest color. And then we are going to take this brown color, the darkest color, and blend it right in the outer corner, like this. So here's what my eyelid looks like. In true beauty guru YouTube fashion, I am going to do the other eye off camera. Now for the liner. Liner has always been weird, and here's why. When I first learned the Recital makeup, we always had these weird fish eyes, and I will show you that in just a second. I stopped doing that after I left my first studio. The second studio didn't require the fisheye. I mean, I didn't like it anyway. It was a weird thing. But I am not the only person that has experienced the fisheye. So I will do this. I have a MAC liner here. It's just regular black liner. I'm going to do the one eye, and I will show you how the fisheye looks. So, big thick line here, and then your cat eye, which I am using pencil liner, not the best to do a cat eye with, but wing, or a wing. I guess I should call it a wing. Okay, here is, yeah, very straightforward wing. You line your under eye like this, not in the waterline, underneath the eye, so that your eye is actually lined. You want to make sure you look like you have eyes on the stage. So yeah, nice thick line under there. And we do the fish, which is a bottom wing, like that. There you go. That's how I used to put on my stage makeup. I don't know where this came from or why it's a thing. Because you could just do a wing and the thick eyeliner underneath and it would be fine. So I don't really know where that came from. Or if it was like a fashion thing, or no idea what the purpose of the under eye wing was. But that was a thing. So now we're gonna go on to the other eye. Ugh, I have a scar right here. I don't know if you can see that. So whenever I'm trying to put a wing on my left eye, it is the hardest thing because I'll go and I'm like, yes, 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 and then it'll get stuck in the scar and there'll be like this like skip line, and then I have to go and try to fill in the scar. It's really irritating. I can't stand it. Oh, there it is. See that? See that? Skipped! Hate it. Okay, well, the eyes aren't that even, but you know, whatever. Our final touches. Blush. This wonderful Rouge Red blush. So, we're gonna take our, well, I use this for contour normally. We're gonna use it for blush today. The redder the better. That was always the motto. Because you wanted to make those cheeks look fierce. Look at it. Oh, this is not my color. Yep, this looks like Jude circa 2005. I never did any sort of contouring because frankly I didn't know what that was either until I started watching YouTube channels for makeup. Or if you didn't have blush, which sometimes, you know, I would forget my makeup or somebody else would forget their makeup, so you just draw a line of rouge red lipstick on your cheek and rub that on in, which that's kind of difficult, so I wasn't about to try that today. The final touch is our, whoops, knock some stuff over, hello. The final touch is our rouge red lipstick. This, believe it or not, looks relatively normal on the stage, especially if you're really far away. So like the people up in the giant mezzanine that have the nosebleed seats can actually see your face. So yeah, here we are, here we have it. Stage Makeup 101 by Julia Moore. And I hope you liked this lovely tutorial on stage makeup. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I will also link my Instagram and my Facebook and my Twitter down below. I would love if you would follow me. Yeah, so anyway, have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. I forgot to put on my mascara, which is so funny because that's really important too. You gotta make your lashes look. So you just get your general mascara and you make your little eyes look as long as possible.